The fall harvest is coming to an end, but instead of saying goodbye to your picked produce, our sponsors at Farm to Fork have field to freezer ideas to help you preserve your flavor of the season. So welcome, Patty Green. You're giving us some great tips today.
I am. I'm not cooking. I don't have any food for you.
That's okay.
But I want to give people an idea of what they can do to preserve. Preservation of fruits and vegetables has been, been around for many, many years.
Right.
People can pickle, they can salt, they can freeze, they can can.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how I want people to embrace all of the bounty that's on or in the farmers markets right now, because farmers markets are closing at the end of the month.
And how do you handle that, Patty? Because we know how much you love them. What are you going to do with your weekend?
I have no idea. I'll be knocking at your door. Yeah. No, we'll be doing some things. We'll be visiting some food artisans that are local. But, first off, what you want to do, especially if you're freezing things,
yes, you
want to kind of prepare things in a way that you can easily reuse them.
Okay.
And around this time, Thanksgiving's approaching, so it's a perfect time to clean out your freezer or your refrigerator.
Okay.
See what you have. And if you have squash, you can actually bake it and or roast it and scoop out the filling and put it in a nice plastic bag, label it, and freeze it and use it later.
That's important. So you actually do have to bake it and roast it first before freezing it.
Yes, you do for the squash.
For the squash.
Okay, but for something like a Brussels sprout, you can basically just pick them, and this is obviously fresh. You can pick these, and I like to clean them before, make sure that they're 100% dry. Put them on a baking sheet, freeze those so they're not touching.
Oh, okay.
And then bag those up. But bag them in portions that are doable for you and your family.
Right, so then you can just pull them out, put them on the sheet and ready to go.
Exactly. So if let's say there's peppers. Peppers. See, I love fajitas. I love Mexican food.
Yeah.
So what I do is I'll saute my peppers and my onions, put them in fajita bags, and freeze them. So I'll just do like an order for my husband and I, and it's wonderful. I just have to pull it out. And this is what you call eating in season.
Right.
So if you can actually freeze, can, salt, or pickle in January, February, and March, when the farmers market's not open,
and she's crying every day,
you can eat in season.
That's right. Okay, I love that. Okay, so let's talk about specific things. Tomatoes and peppers. How do you freeze those?
Tomatoes, number one, you can freeze, okay? But what you want to do is cook them a little bit.
Okay.
So you'd want to saute some garlic, saute some onion, and then cut up some tomato and do some sort of chunky sauce, or I call it a soup starter. Okay? Other people love to can tomatoes, and that's a whole process.
Okay.
I have a friend that cans 200 plus jars of tomato sauce.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a big thing.
That's a commitment.
It is.
And I don't know if you're like me, that's not part of the plan for you.
No,
and that's okay.
We will not be doing that.
Let's talk about herbs. Now herbs tend to wilt kind of fast. How do we stop that?
What you want to do, well, you're not going to stop it, but what you want to do is to preserve that.
Right.
Is you want to get an ice tray, like the old-fashioned ice trays, and melt some butter, because I love herb butter.
Me too.
So you chop up the
a great
rosemary or
idea.
basil or whatever it may be, put it into the cubes.
Okay.
And freeze those. Wrap that in plastic, clearly. Okay. And let's pop one out when you want to saute something.
Oh, and that's easy. Like that just did all the work
You
for
can do
you.
that.
I love that. Okay. Now, it's soup season. I got excited because I finally made soup for my first soup this season.
You got to tell everybody what you made.
I made a butternut squash soup. It was delicious. I couldn't have been prouder. If anyone knows me, you've heard about this soup. I can't stop talking about it. So let's talk about different soup kit ideas that you have for people just to make it a little bit easier.
Well, it really depends on the kind of soup that you like. But I mean, just as a soup starter, just a simple mirepoix. You want to saute the carrot, the onion, the garlic, get that into a bag. And based on the flavor profile that you want to utilize, it can be your tomatoes. It can be grated zucchini. It can be just different veggies that you want to add to it. It could even be the pureed squash. So it just depends on what you want to eat. And the nice thing about it is when you're part of this recipe club, so today at 3 o'clock, it's going to go to everyone's mailbox, but they'll get a whole farm to freezer.
Farm to freezer, that's what it is.
Farm to freezer playbook.
That's right. Let's get into this playbook. You've made this guide that is comprehensive. It's got all the tips there, and it's easy, and you're delivering it to everyone in that recipe club, right?
Absolutely. And the nice thing about it is we go by vegetable. So it gives you descriptions of what you can do, how you can freeze it, the best way to execute to have your freezer full of seasonal goods.
There you go. All right, Patty, we know your time with the farmer's market is coming to end, but don't worry, she's still going to give you those great ideas. And if you'd like some help, she's already helping you now. You can find her Fields of Freezer playbook and join Patty's recipe club by visiting farmtofork716.com. Thanks again for coming in, Patty.
Thank you.